Good morning, dear friends. What a blessing to be reunited in prayer, in instruction. It's God's opportunity to give us a new day, renewal, new beginnings. And let us talk about something that moves in our lives: money. Yes, Emmanuel talks about it. He actually has a whole book titled Money. In Portuguese, dinheiro. The book was translated by us and published, and you can find it easily at Amazon. Today, in chapter 44 of the Book of Hope, in tribute to 100 years of the Gospel according to Spiritism by Kardec, Emmanuel writes, Money the Servant. And of course, he begins by quoting Jesus as in Matthew 25:23. The Lord said to them, Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a little, and I will set you over much. Poverty, now in the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 16, item 8. Poverty is for those who suffer it, the test of patience and resignation, and wealth is for others, the test of charity and self-denial. Let's see what Emmanuel is going to teach us about money. He says money is like a lever that can be wielded for good or for the bad. Chained to the pole of greediness, money produces the oxidation of stinginess. But under the inspiration of work, money is the faithful worker that ensures the fruits of the cornfield and the walls of the school, the ditty of the mallet, and the strength of the power plant. Linked to the car of pride, money is the stimulant of error, but in the light of brotherhood, money is the worker of incessant renewal, enriching the soil and building the city, unfolding the threads of service and guaranteeing the values of education. When money is locked in the vault of wild ambition, money is the enemy of evolution. But when money is addressed to culture, it is the agent of progress, helping humanity solve the riddles of illness and the problems of hunger, to understand the mechanisms of nature and ignite the splendor of civilization that analyzes the earth and the rummage of the firmament. When money is held in the shadow of selfishness, money is the poison that promotes the dryness of the sentiment. But when money is entrusted to charity, it is a helpful friend that unbuttons roses of joy in the thorns of ordeal, feeding helpless little ones and sustaining forgotten mothers, raising downcast souls that misfortune injures, and illuminating unhappy homes that necessity darkens. Money. Behold the money. They say money is responsible for the passerby that drunkenness throws on the pavement, for the delinquent hiding in the adventures of the night, for the unhappy individual who is anesthetized in their conscience in cocaine, and for the insensitive hand that killed the little child in the maternal womb. However, behind the bottle and the criminal gun, as well as behind the drug and abortion, remains the human intelligence, enslaved to the currency and the criminality and madness. Think of money. thinking of the sweat and blood, the vigil, and the affliction of all those who cried and suffered to earn it. And you see money as a servant of happiness and a servant for a better world. Pray in silence that you teach money to do the good it is supposed to do. Are you afraid of money? Many people are. They are afraid of incurring the same mistakes as in previous lives. When we had it, we misused it, abused it, and had ambitions with it for criminal purposes. In this life, Spiritism is bringing to you and I peace, reconciliation with money. Money is a servant. It's not anything by itself. We give it direction. Question: is everything you have only spent to you, by you, or are we using it to help others? Are we also sharing? Not 1%, 2%, 10%. There will be a day in which we'll dedicate our income not only to helping us and loved ones, but to reach out to many. Think of the many people who channel their resources to great projects and how they are giving life to many lives. I'll never forget 106 years ago. I wasn't living in the flesh yet. I was in the spiritual realm. But I know the story. Two families, they got together as spiritists. Immigrants from Italy in Brazil. They got together. One of them had the land, the other the knowledge to build a building. This family donated the land to form a spiritist center. The other family built with their own hands the building that exists to date, a spiritist center in the countryside of São Paulo, Brazil. In the city of Itubi, Spiritist Center, Light and Charity, Centro Espírita Luz e Caridade. My family and another family got together, built the center 106 years later. It's still standing, giving life to many lives, helping many people who are at risk. Right now, as I speak to you, every Saturday, they gather children and teens that are underprivileged, teaching them Spiritism, giving them meals throughout the day, and much more. So think about this. What can you do? We will cross over, go back to the spiritual realm, but you can leave here a legacy. Yes, the legacy of charity and love by using money as our servant. Think about it. Let's meditate on this as Emmanuel says, and bring happiness and a better world as he says. Dear Lord of life, what a gift to learn this lesson, to make peace with money, to understand that we are in charge of it, that we can give it a direction that will promote joy, happiness, and a better world. We're so tired of feeling selfish, of feeling egotistic. We want to get out of this mode and change ourselves forever. As we reflect on many ways we can do it, we want to thank you for making us your co-creators. We visualize at this moment wonderful healing hands from your messengers, the spirit doctors, nurses, and therapists who come our way to apply the energy medicine that we need for the mind and the bodies. We want to thank you for the gift of renewal. We visualize our homes being enveloped in renewal. We visualize our neighborhoods enveloped in kindness, children's schools, hospitals, nursing homes, shelters, prisons, refugee camps. We visualize anguished people being counseled by your loving spirits and finding a new direction. Thank you, dear Lord of life, for the gift of this new day. May we be better today than we were yesterday. Thank you for your kindness and your love today and always, and so be it. Yes, you and I are learning what we didn't know. Today is the day to learn that money is the servant. Let us see how we can use it to promote happiness and a better world. Thank you, John. Thank you, Felipe. Thank you, Tony Torres. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Narciso. Thank you, Slavik. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Salmi. Thank you, DS. You're right, Daisy. It's a beautiful story, and we can also create these beautiful stories in this very day and age. Thank you, friends. We wish you a beautiful day and night, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow at another morning prayer here at Cardiac Radio, where you and I are always nourishing